Hi everyone, this is Danita Cupping Cakes Gourmet, and today I'm gonna show you how to make Yoshi. Before we start the video, as always, please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button so you can get all the notifications on new videos. And we are just gonna jump in right away, making 2 little balls for his shoe. He has a very thick, rounded front of his shoe, so we're gonna make this ball in a little pear shape and mark the center to separate the front part and the back part of the shoe. I am just going to remind you guys that I already have Mario and I already have Luigi on my channel, the videos this last week. I have all my videos in English and Portuguese, so if you've just looking and seeing the Portuguese one, be sure that I have an English as well. So we are going to make the same thing to the other shoe, mark the center, and then separate the front and the back. I am using the light air dry clay. I have the links at Amazon for you guys if you want to buy and try yourself. This clay is very soft and very easy to play around with it. Kind of reminds me Play-Doh, but it's totally safe, so you can make any cake toppers or things like that if you want to. It's not toxic, so you can touch food and things like that. Of course you cannot eat it, but you're not gonna eat gum paste either. I made 2 little balls and I flattened out and I put in the top of the back part of the shoe. And now I'm opening 2 little balls in yellow to make the bottom, the sole part of his shoe. I'm just gonna open them and flatten out and place on the bottom of the shoe. I like to make those little tiny details because they give totally a different look at the end when you're done, and it's not going to take me a long time just to put this yellow on the bottom, and it's gonna make it look cuter when it's done. Flatten out and place in the back. You can use the same steps for fondant, gum paste, clay, air dried clay, even if you're using cold porcelain from Brazil, that's what I used to do it. But I really like this one. I want to show this guy this image because that's the image I printed to use as a model and how I want him to look. So I just want to show them. The picture is not just to show you how he looks like, but it's for you as well to base yourself on the size. Like his nose is gigantic, so if you make a ball, you're gonna think that it's too big. But when you compare to the picture, you know that it's not that big. So the photo is not just for you to know where the green is green, what the details of the piece that you're making is, but also to help you out to make the shape and the sizes you need. Like I made a long row and I folded like a half moon for his body, but I know that it's long enough to make his body because I have the picture to compare. And now kind of like a petal of the flower, I squished the white on the bottom to make that little belly part of his body. So that's why I always say then printing the picture is better than just have open in your phone or iPads, because you cannot compare. If you touch it closes and you cannot do anything. When you print the picture, you can put on top, you can shape on top of it, so it's gonna help you more than just look at it. I like to print as long as I have the time or where to print sometimes. Even if I print black and white, it's easier for me. So that's a tip that I wanted to share with you guys. I made a ball in white and I flattened out, and I'm just marking the circle. He has a little turtle shell, I think in the back. I think it looks like a turtle shell, and that's what I was doing. I made the red ball big enough to cover the white, and I'm cutting in the center because it's easier for you to make one ball and cut the centers and use half like I'm doing. They try to make half the ball look rounded like a ball, if that makes any sense. But watching is better than me explaining, of course. But I cut it and I'm using just half of the ball, making sure that it's circle enough and pretty. And I'm already putting on the body because I don't want this to dry flat and then doesn't fit on a curved back of his body. So I am going to put when it's still wet, so it's gonna dry already around it. Now we are just going to make 2 rows, like thick ones, and mark the center for his legs. His legs kind of really basic, and we're gonna need 2 of those. And once I am done marking the center and tilting a little bit, like you see, I already placed on the shoe to dry. I am going to open a row and mark the wrist. We're gonna start making his little hand. I am making the hand and the arm all together. Sometimes when I make Mickey, for example, I make the hands and then make the arm separate, but he's gonna be holding the egg, and the arms and the hands are the same color, so I normally make them all together. I cut the V shape to separate the thumb and the rest of the fingers. I think he has 4 fingers, at least the picture that I was looking, he was kind of like twisted back. To be very honest, I was lazy to open anything else to see if they have 5, but I made 4. So if I'm wrong, please let me know down below. That is like 5 fingers, not 4. So next time I will know. But don't do what I'm saying. Just go check before you finish. Okay. And then I am going to cut it, making the finger be a little smaller and making the fingers have a separation in the middle. Since he will be holding the egg, I want those fingers to don't touch and be wide enough to hold it, everything. I want to ask a favor for you guys. Don't forget to go add me at Instagram at #CupandCakesWithMe. Then you can see here in the video. There I put it almost always before the videos, what's coming, what I want to do. I ask questions. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about that? And then also on my Facebook, you guys can find all the links of the videos. And if you can share with anybody that likes clay, cakes, any decoration, or just want to learn something new, share the videos with them, because I am counting the seconds for us to get to 40,000 subscribers on my channel, for me to be able to share with you guys the mini ballerina that I show on my Mario video, and I'm gonna give you guys as a gift when we get there. So as you can see, I'm smoothing it out, everything that I cut. You don't see any marks of the finger, the scissor, any flat parts. Their fingers, they need to be round and fluffy. And I'm already curving a little bit until I decide if I want him holding the egg or not. I was just curving to give a little life and being sure that the arm is long enough comparing to the picture. And we're gonna need to make 2 of those. The only difference from one arm to the other arm is that the thumb is in a different size. They're like mirrored to each other. Don't forget that. And I'm just measuring to see if they are long the same. Like you don't want one arm to be longer than the other one. So now we are going to make 2 little balls in green. Just like that. Try to make them the same size, so then they're gonna look almost the same, and then we're gonna place them together. I rolled them a little in an oval shape, with the bottom part being a little smaller than the top part. And now with the ball tool, I am just going to mark the center, because we are starting his little eyes, and I want to place the white inside. I always try to open with the smaller part of the ball tool and then go to the bigger side to don't stretch too much the clay. And now we're going to place the white right in the center. Always work with the clay on your fingers and your hands, because the warmth of your hands makes the clay softer. Doesn't matter if you're using this clay, cold porcelain, or gum paste or fondant. Always work with your fingers a little bit before you shape it. And now I place the white where I want to be. I want him to be looking back, so I am placing the white of the second eye, the eyes really close to the other one. I made a ball with green, kind of a little oval, and then we're gonna place the eyes right there. And you see that I'm kind of tilting them to the back because that's how I want him to look. So he is gonna have his eyes like he's looking back, and I am going just to smooth the edges and the back, the eyes, and being sure that it looks the way I want him to be looking at the picture. And now I open a skinny snake and I'm gonna go all around to give the finishing. Just like that. And now with 2 balls of the same size in white, and one then we made a teardrop shape, cut the top and open the middle. We're going to put a little bit of red for his bottom of the mouth and a little bit of pink for his tongue. And I squish it up on the top and I'm cutting the excess off. I will place right under the eyes, leave a little kind of like a finger with the green and pushing in right there on the face and making bending up just a little tiny bit. And now we're gonna put his little cheeks. Push it together. Be sure that you're looking at the picture to position every part of his face the way you want it to look. And now I'm placing the nose in the middle. With the red, I made a circle, I flattened out, and I'm cutting in pieces to make those little marks he has on the back. Like, I guess he's a dinosaur, right? So, or a dragon, I don't know. But he has those little 3 red half circle marks. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm just showing you guys, I got a little white and I'm making polka dots, little spots, bigger and smaller for the egg. So we're gonna go all around. You can make the egg be the base of your topper, making him be on top of it. You can make more eggs. You can, if you're making this for a party, you can make eggs on the top of the pencil and give as a party favor. Don't just look at the steps like, oh, making this egg for him to be holding, but you can use that to decorate the rest as well. So he has always a little dots and a big one. So that's what I was looking. And I don't need to worry about the whole thing if I didn't need to, because we're gonna cover it with the 2 hands. But it's always good to put the details since you don't know exactly what you're covering. Now, as you can see, I made the black of the eyes, and I thought that was a little too small for this light air clay. Don't try to get that piece of black off. Just add it on top of it. So it's always less is better than more, or smaller is better than bigger, because you can cover it. But if I try to get that black out of that face, I am going to mess everything up. So I always start smaller and make it bigger if necessary, because I can hide it. So if you're using this clay, be careful when they touch each other, they don't come off that easy. If you're using fondant or gum paste, normally if you don't use water, you can get that out or clean it up. And the cold porcelain, sometimes depends how new your clay is, you can get them off as well. And now with the toothpick and a little bit of white acrylic paint, I made the 2 little dots for the light reflection. And now I'm going to start setting him up. Since I want him to be holding the egg, I'm being sure that the hand's gonna be positioned on the body the right way to be holding the egg. And then placing the egg before the hand is my tip. I always like to see how he's holding before I put the body, because then I can reassure that the arm is long enough. Then the way he's holding it is going to be the way I wanted the topper to be looking. I am squishing the top part of the leg a little bit, and then I will put the toothpick right there because you don't see where the leg and the body gets together. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hide that toothpick right there. So I am going to use a little bit of glue, but if you're using anything edible, you can use egg whites or the gum paste just diluted in water. Then it's kind of edible glue as well. And I'm just gonna push that toothpick up to leave the leg really tight there and be able to hold him up, but I don't want to see it. So we're going to squish the other side too. I'm kind of making like a diagonal shape for that leg to really be on the place that I want without making too much a mess. As I always say, I like at least one leg to be strong with a toothpick and a wood skewer or things like that, so we can hold everything up. Like you see Luigi and Mario, I use toothpicks on one side, but I use the wood skewer to the other ones because they are taller, they have more details. So kind of check if your topper or your decoration or your figurine is getting too big. You need to use something that goes through the whole thing so you can hold it together. So we put his legs and the body already. I'm cutting the diagonal shape for the arm because I thought that the arm was a little bit long comparing to the drawing once I put the whole body together. And now I'm placing the arms before I place the neck, because then if I need to hide something, I can do it, and the head's gonna be helping to hold everything together. I'm putting a toothpick under the egg, and I'm getting a little piece of clay that was already dry just to put it under, so I hold the egg up with the toothpick so that the arm is not gonna dry and go down. And I am sure that the toothpick is not just gonna poke the hand and the egg, so that dry clay is gonna help to protect it, but it's still holding it up until it's completely dry and I don't need that anymore. The way you dry your piece is important too, because if I just put it here and I walk away, and that egg of course is gonna go down because the clay is not dry, so you're gonna have a problem after you come back to see what happened. So always put like toothpicks, wood skewers, or like a piece of foam or something to hold it in place until it's completely dry, probably like 24 hours dry, I think I would say. And I put the two arms there holding the little egg. And now I am not going to place the head because it's not completely dry and we don't want it to mess it up, but I wanted to put the video up for you guys. So he's right here. He's super cute. I'm in love with that. It's like a fight for who is gonna have him here. I hope I can help you guys to make yours and make a bunch of different colors, because they have a yellow and pink and things like that. And don't forget to check it out, Mario and Luigi as well. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll talk to you guys pretty soon. Bye.